Are you a final expense insurance agent that's finding the struggle bus when you're trying to handle aged final expense leads? Maybe you're a final expense telesales agent. Maybe you're a final expense face-to-face agent and you're just getting frustrated. Well, I'm going to give you the right tips and the strategies so that you can find success selling aged final expense leads. There's a couple things you want to learn so that you can really love these types of leads. And these leads have taken me far in my career. And before I dive into these 3 tips and strategies that you're going to want to know, my name is Jason. I'm your friend in the business, and I'm insanely blessed to partner with some of the most amazing brand new and veteran agents alike. International agency selling life, Medicare, and annuities face to face, but more importantly, in the telespace. So free resources always for your taking at jasonfinalexpense.com. And thank you for joining with us in this content. I hope these 3 tips take you insanely far because success is ahead of you. So number one, you've got to understand, you've got to have a successful mindset if you want to make aged final expense leads work. The leads don't work unless we do. So we've got to apply action, right? Of course, but we've got to have this restored mindset. You've got to have a powerful and positive mind. That view is important. And sometimes we muddy the waters when we're trying to make a way and we don't clean the windshield of our mind. You got to look forward, no different than looking out the windshield of your car with a positive mindset. This is going to be a good day. This is going to be a good batch of leads. You've got to have a good mindset if you want to have a chance for some good results. A lot of insurance agents, when they dive into aged leads, they've got a really bad mind and then they expect positive, powerful results, and nothing happens with that view. You can't have this negative mindset and expect positive results. So you've got to renew your mind. These are great men and women that are prospects that have never been protected. They do need you. So you've got to have this sense of urgency about you, but a renewed mind, a renewed focus will give you good results with aged final expense leads. So you've got to have this restored focus if you want to really engage with a great lead. So number one, if you're writing these tips down, is renew your mind. This is big, 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 big. A positive and powerful mindset will give you a restored sense of purpose and give you this positivity that's contagious. A negative energy, a negative mindset is also contagious. And this is what really kills a lot of insurance agents when they dive on the phone. They lose belief because, believe it or not, their mindset's wrong. And belief is the backbone of this industry. So number two, if you're taking notes, is you've got to hit these leads and handle them with a personal touch. You can't come at it with this free Frankenstein script somewhere. Oh, hi, I'm from Senior Benefits. How are you today, Mrs. Johnson? Stop that. You just can't do it. These free scripts out there, some of them are really horrible. And when you're following bad advice, following bad tips, it's not going to take you far. It's like having a bad roadmap. It's just going to get you into a bad place. So you've got to have a tailored message with final expense telesales, a tailored message that's specific to the acute needs of your aged final expense lead. This will launch you farther than your competitors. It's got to be personal. If it's personal, it's powerful. No different than having a piece of clothing that was tailored just for you. You're going to love it. You're going to feel great wearing it. And when you handle a script and you're sincerely focused on this aged final expense lead, they're going to love the fact that you're leaning in with a custom message that keeps the client first. So having a aged final expense script when you're doing final expense telesales is powerful for you in insurance sales. Be intent on tailoring the message to this amazing person, and this will increase your chance of finding more success compared to your competitors who are saying the same boring thing, the same boring way, using some of this free script stuff that really will diminish success. So nobody likes generic. It's like wearing a muumuu when you could have worn real clothes. And understand, you're going to have times where you're going to trip over your tongue, like I just did right there. It's okay. You've got to keep leaning forward. Even a tree, when it's cut right, will fall in the right direction if you just keep a pushing, just keep a cutting. So keep scripting, stay tight, stay right. But a personal touch, tip number 2, is really going to take you far when you're dealing with aged final expense leads. A lot of insurance agents get frustrated. And then what happens is their mindset goes wrong and then everything else gets derailed just like a train. Tip number 2, the personal touch in your script will take you far. And if you need aged leads, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. We can get you resources where you can get aged leads that are less than 90 days old well under $2 a lead. So if you need those resources, reach out. You don't have to be part of our agency. We'll completely serve you there if you need those resources, because I know you're trying to make a way with aged final expense leads. And the last thing you want to do is be paying $6-7 for a lead like that, and it's touched everybody's hands. So make sure when you're getting aged final expense leads that it's only touched one other person's hands prior to you. This is going to increase your profitability. Sometimes aged final expense lead vendors are like having a phone book landed in your lap. Doesn't feel real fun, but you've got to have a positive mindset. You've got to be powerful here, my friends. It's big. Now, tip number 3, this is urgency. Urgency, urgency, urgency is important. You've got a renewed mindset. Tip number 1, you've got the personal touch of your script. You're ready to connect, right? You're ready to go. Now you've got into a place where you now get yourself into a place of urgency. I got to go now, because if I don't, somebody else will. This is the power of now. Now we're going to get after the leads. We're going to gather now as much information as possible when I get this great person on the phone, and I'm going to powerfully protect them. But I've got to get under the hood here if I want to be the one that's allowed and privileged to handle their business for them. We've got to powerfully protect and serve them by being scripted sincerely. We've got to be connected to what they want us to do for them. It's not about just selling, it's about serving them. And I've got to unpack the problems in a very concise way so that I can then complete the sale and find success. But we've got to work these leads like somebody else is going to get their hands on them. Pretend in your mind that someone else just placed a lead order and you dealt with, let's say, a reputable vendor that's selling the same lead to everybody. Pretend that is the case. Pretend your buddy, if you're at a final expense insurance agency, has your leads. Pretend that they do. You're going to work them with a different sense of purpose. Pretend your manager at your IMO has access to it. And if they have a CRM that they're connected to, they may well have access to your leads. I know some insurance agencies are pretty let's just say not great. And they're known for having managers pick the leads out of the CRM and sell them. And then you find out you got leads that you paid for, and then the policy is already placed. I know this happens in the industry, and it's not good. Won't drop names, but it's not a good feeling. Pretend that that's happening to you, even though it's not. And it's going to give you this purpose that's going to powerfully move you to action. And action will fix all problems with aged leads. The need has not changed. Most agents are lazy and they don't get after it. Most agents don't have a positive mindset. Tip number 1. And they don't get after it. Most agents don't give a personal touch. They're just busy pitching, and wonder why they have problems with aged leads. I hope this accelerates your success. If we can do anything to serve you, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. Even if you need good lead vendors, we'll absolutely help you in any way we can. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Hope it's a help to you. Share it with a buddy if it would be a blessing to them as well. Hope you have a powerful day. Remember, you've got what it takes, and take your success to the next level. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.